Probability is about chance, or the likelihood of an event happening, the chance of an event. So when we take that chance and we put it in numerical value, now we have the probability. Usually the range is between 0 and 1, so most times the probability of an event or something to happen is usually a fraction. So we want to see some of the basic terms or the introduction in probability that we need to know. So let's say we have an event A. This event can be the probability of maybe raining today, the probability of you maybe carrying an umbrella, or it can be the probability of any event happening. Let's have it as A. So when we have the probability of an event A happening to be 1, this means that you are certain the event will happen. And when you have the probability of that event equals to 0, it means the probability of that event happening is 0, so the event won't happen. It is impossible. So we have the probability of A prime. A prime means the probability of that event not happening. So when you take the probability of an event not happening and you add the probability of that event happening, the probability has to add up to 1. So if you want the probability of an event happening, you take 1 minus the probability of that event not happening. So probability basically is chance of an event happening, and when we evaluate it in numerical values, now we get our probability in terms of fraction. So usually we have experimental probability. We have experimental probability where we say under experimental probability, where we say we take the number of favorable outcomes, then you divide by the total number of trials. So for example, you want to find the probability of getting a head or a tail when you toss a coin once. So you have tossing a coin once, you only have 2 outcomes. You can either get a head or a tail. So if you want to get the probability that when you toss a coin once you'll get a head, so how many favorable outcomes are here? We have 1 head, so head is 1. Then how many the total number of trials, or total number of outcomes, we have 2. So we have 2, 1 over 2. So the probability of getting a head is 1 over 2. Then again we have probability of getting a tail, again favorable outcome over total number of trials. So we have head, probability of getting a head is half, probability of getting a tail is also half. So for experimental probability, basically just take the number of favorable outcomes over the total number of trials. Let's say the probability that a day will be Monday, so in a week we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then you have Friday, then you have Saturday, then you have Sunday. So probability that a day will be Monday. So what is the favorable outcome here? We only have 1 Monday in a week. Then total number of outcomes or trials, here we have 7 days, so it becomes 1 over 7. So you can try as many examples. For example, let's say you're given numbers from 1 up to 9. So probability of getting an even number. So using experimental probability, you're saying that the total favorable outcome over the total number of trials. How many favorable outcomes are here? So we have 2, we have 4, we have 6, and also we have 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 favorable outcomes over the total number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So probability of getting an even number is 4 over 9. You can try probability of getting a prime number, an odd number, probability of getting yeah, and so on. So basically, on the introduction to probability, we have said that probability is the chance, the likelihood of an event happening, and when we evaluate it numerically, now we have those numbers. So the probability of an event happening, the range is always between 0 and 1. So you have 0 is less than the probability of an event less than or equal to 1. So this is the range. It is always a fraction. If it is 1, then we have said that we are certain that that event will occur. Next time we shall look at we go more into probability, the types of events. So subscribe for more